the best forex indicators to use to actually have an edge in the market and actually help you make money? Okay, so the first indicator is actually something called a sentiment indicator. Now, most people, when they're analyzing different assets, they look in two forms of thought. Either they have the technical analysis where they're looking at price action, they're looking at technical indicators, or they have fundamental analysis, right? Which is where they're looking at what's happening in the broader scope, what's happening in the economy, what's happening specifically with this particular asset. But what a lot of people fail to actually take a look at is sentiment analysis. And if you're not familiar with what sentiment analysis actually is, kind of like a snapshot of the market participants to get an idea of how are people feeling about the market, but not only how are people just feeling about the market, but actually how are they positioning themselves. Also, in my opinion, the sentiment is actually the most accurate indicator of what's actually happening in terms of a trend. I believe it's even more accurate than a moving average. So while the sentiment indicator is not something that's commonly used, it's very, very powerful because it's one of the only indicators that actually tells us real data of what people are actually doing. So by simply just trading contra crowd or against the herd, you should be able to have a stark edge in the market.